Hey, James. In boxing, it takes years for you to develop a skill, as an elite boxer, and in MMA, the same thing. How much training have you done leading up to this fight with Randy Couture?
I've only been training for this for 9 months. So actually since October, maybe 11 months. And like I said, it's about how much you learn, how fast you learn it. And I've had the greatest food ramen in the world the last 8.5 months. So I'm ready to go. Whatever. It doesn't matter. James Toney's ready for it. I'm born to win. I can tell y'all that. Check my record. Check my DNA.
All right, thanks, guys.
We'll go next to Elliot Olshansky, UltimateFighter.com.
Good afternoon, everybody. Randy, a question for you. Usually, given your stature within the sport of mixed martial arts, usually the opponents you prepare to fight are very respectful towards you, and and they're, in terms of trash talk, it's really been pretty minimal. Is this something that you're are you comfortable with all this? And there seems to be a bit more hostility and dismissiveness from James more than you've had to deal with.
I don't worry about all that. There's been other MMA fighters that I've faced that have done those sorts of things and used those sorts of tactics, and that's all fine. It's all good. It creates an emotional interest for a lot of people that want to watch the fight. The one thing that I can't allow it to do is create an emotional interest for me. I have to stay focused on the technical aspect of this fight and what I need to do to win this fight, and then that's where I'm at. None of this other stuff matters to me. It's all it's all good fun. It makes me smile. It makes me laugh, and it's all good.
Is there a challenge in maintaining a game plan when there's more of a personal issue, even though you're trying to stay out of it?
There is no personal issue. It's not a challenge for me at all. There's nothing that's happened, been said or done that's personal, in my opinion. I don't choose to look at it that way. I don't plug into any of it. So, and again, I can't allow myself to get on that level in a fight. It's a huge mistake, and it's not one I'm willing to make.
And for James, how much of what you've said about Randy and your opinion of how his attack will fare against you are things you'd say that even if you weren't fighting him, and how much of it is a certain degree of mind games?
Well, I'm telling you right now, when I hear people say something about me, that's why I retaliate. When Randy was one of the things saying he want to walk me to the cage and break my leg, whatever, game on. You know what I'm saying? Tell me to work. Whatever I say, I mean, I don't care. I say everything personal. Now, Randy's a great fighter, hands down in the MMA game. He's not, like I said, he's never fought nobody. It doesn't matter if it's MMA or boxing. He ain't never fought nobody like me. I told you, I'm coming for him. I'm coming. It doesn't even matter. He gonna be there, I'm gonna be there.
All right, that'll do it for me. Thanks a lot.
And we'll go next to Mike Chiappetta, AOL Sports.
Hi, guys. Thanks for the time. James, you talked a little bit earlier about how you're enjoying the transition to MMA and some of the new skills that you're learning. Which part of the MMA game have you liked learning the most, whether it's adding kicks to your stand-up or doing wrestling or jiu-jitsu? What is it?
Kicking for girls. I like the grappling. I'm enjoying that. Learning the rear naked choke, guillotine, all that. I love all that. It's like it came natural to me.
Okay. Randy, you talked a little bit earlier about the stance that some of the boxers kind of take for granted in regards to their stand-up style. When James comes out for this opening bell, will that be kind of the first thing you look at as sort of a tell on what he's learned and where exactly he is in the striking game?
Well, yeah, I think you're definitely going to see, get an idea of what he's thinking about, what he's working on in his training, and adjustments and adaptations that he made to fit mixed martial arts. And the potential rules of engagement for this sport.
Okay, guys, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
This is Jen. We'll take a couple of more calls here, and then we'll let these guys get back to their training. Go ahead, operator.
Thank you. We'll go next to Penny Buffington, MMA Today, WSBR, South Florida.
Hi, guys. I hope everybody's having a great day. I have one question. It's for Randy. Randy, taking you back to your Eco Challenge days. For those who aren't aware, can you just give a brief description of what the Eco Challenge is, and then explain how it or other past endeavors prepared you to be the extreme mixed martial artist that you are today?
Well, Eco Challenge is an adventure race, which you have to have many disciplines and cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time. It's generally a 300-mile race, and the time limit for completing the 300 miles is 10 days. Most of the top teams finish it between 5 and 6 days. You have to be able to navigate. There's usually a water portion of every race. There's obviously the cross-country hiking and ropes, ascending and descending on ropes. It's usually some form of swimming and/or kayaking, mountain biking, and then they always throw in some twists. And, in the last Eco Challenge in the Fijis, you had to make your own raft in kind of the native tradition. It's called a billy, and be able to navigate down the river in your own, handmade billy. So it's a pretty interesting race, and that actually was the last Eco Challenge that they've had, was the one in Fiji Island, the one that I qualified a team for. So I haven't done a lot. I've done a couple of small races since then, but haven't done anything on the level of the Eco Challenge since then.
Any follow-ups, Penny?
I was just going to ask if, Randy, to follow up on that. I know that was such an extreme race that there's got to be parts to that you brought with you that, like I said, have made you the extreme mixed martial artist that you are now.
Well, I think the other is true. I took the mental toughness and the physical part of what I've learned through mixed martial arts and wrestling into a new sport and a new endeavor in adventure racing. And so I think those attributes definitely translated well to at least finishing those races and being a competitive adventure racer. But I think, and there was certainly some mental toughness in the grind of an adventure race that certainly translates back to fighting. But I think most of my lessons were already learned in fighting and competing in wrestling.
Well, mad respect. And like I said, I hope everybody has a great day, and I wish you both the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And we'll go next to Nick Solomon, jabsandgrabs.com.
Randy, I'd like to start with you. How detrimental would a loss to James be to your career going forward?
I don't think the wins and loses at this point matter. I obviously train to win and do everything that I can to win, and it's more about going out and hopefully executing what you train to do. I lost to Nogueira, but I still had a great fight. I did most of the things I trained to do. I lost to Brock, but I think most people's estimation of that performance, so it was a good performance against a guy that is a big, strong guy. So, James poses some interesting problems, and I've done my homework and studied, and hopefully we'll have the right answers to go out and solve those problems on the 28th.